Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining. I was called to do a little message for whoever needed to hear this today. I actually was called during a fairly stressful situation at work today. So I pulled a card, and of course, it was the exact energy I was in, thanks to Spirit just validating my experience and the message that needed to come through today. And I hope that whoever is listening at any time, that this resonates for you and it's what you need to hear. The Eight of Swords energy is not a comfortable energy. It is an element, or it is a energy of being, has an element, and it's an energy of being trapped in the mind, right? She's restricted, right? Swords represent the mind, the thinking energy. But today, it really did take on a deeper meaning for me, because I had this experience of almost that frozen numbness feeling, where that sense of overwhelm happens. For me, it was getting kind of a bomb dropped at you at work, with that just, throws everything out of whack, right? Stress comes up, a bunch of feelings come up, emotion. And I experienced that for like a few moments, and then it was just this frozen feeling. It was almost like mind blankness. What do I do? Where do I even start, right? That overwhelm, you get the overwhelm, and then all of a sudden this just frozen feeling takes over. And I was in that for a while, and it actually is a very lonely feeling. Lonely in the sense that, I really have gotten a sense of comfort the more and more I connect with myself, from being able to get those downloads, get those messages, have that sense of awareness of what's going on, and getting those higher level messages from in myself that comforts me a lot of the time during times of stress, or times when I'm trying to regulate my emotions. And in these times, it's just, it's like I'm not getting anything. It feels very lonely. And so again, I notice the birds here, right? There's all these messages that want to come through, but she can't hear them, right? And if you think about the energy here too, what puts you in this place, right? There's the Seven of Swords behind her, right? And for those who are familiar with the tarot, but I actually just pulled the card just to give the visual, but the Seven of Swords, it's not the best energy in the deck, right? It does have a sense of something feeling, a betrayal, or somebody stealing something from you, or stealing your energy. But it's that energy that definitely, causes a lot of distress for somebody, right? Whether it be in the present or in the past. And a lot of times, the feelings that we have, right? The reactions we have, the feelings that come up when something happens, something like this happens, it's not just triggering your feelings in the moment, it's triggering all those times in the past that you've experienced this. So there's that, it just multiplies, right? And, we've gone through these things in our past when we're very young. Especially when we're young, we build up defense mechanisms, right? We build up those defense mechanisms. And when I say defense mechanisms, I actually mean them as protectors. They are protection mechanisms that have served us so well. And so when I thought about that, and when I was becoming a little bit clearer, I thought about that. I thought, wow, what an amazing protector I had. Because in that moment that I got that news, my emotions, my feelings, the reaction, it was that overwhelming feeling, right? That, again, what comes after the Eight of Swords, right? Nine of Swords, right? Stress, anxiety, that sleepless night, that anguish, and mental anguish. But for me, I was also experiencing emotional anguish, right? And all of a sudden, snap, I was numb. And when I reflected back, I thought, wow, what an amazing protector. What an amazing protector I have inside me that was trying to protect me from that energy, right? Wow. And the more and more I connected with that, the more and more I honored that part of me that was trying to protect me from feeling these emotions, from going off, on, my boss or, somebody at work or those around me, it stopped me in my tracks. And I wanted to thank that energy, right? And for all of our protectors, right? No matter what situation, no matter what energy we're in, we have those parts of us, right, that do that for us. But also, like, staying in this energy, right, it wouldn't have served me very well, right? I had to move out of that energy. And, if you look at this card, she has that Seven of Swords behind her, right? It's the stuff that's what brought her into this place, whether it be in the past and the current present moment. But, she's tied up, but she's not bound in the feet. She could easily move. She could swivel herself out, but she seems pretty comfortable, right? She seems pretty comfortable in this energy. And if you notice also, she's really trying not to touch that water, right? Those emotions, those feelings. She's really trying to stay out of those. And that makes sense, right? That's what our protectors do. That's what it was doing for me, trying to protect me from those hard feelings to control sometimes. And, what she doesn't see, though, and she doesn't see this sword right in front of her, that Ace of Swords, that clarity, right? That clarity. And in this sense, the clarity may not be the best news, right? Not wanting it. It's the truth. The truth will set her free here. And sometimes it's not the easiest truth, but it's still holding us. It's still keeping us stuck. It's still not serving us. And although this protection mechanisms, these protectors, these amazing protectors are keeping us safe from this anguish feeling, right? From moving into this or other intense emotions that we don't want to deal with, we're still stuck and we're still not getting these amazing messages that are there for us to have. And so, yeah, we can stay in these places for longer than it serves us. And so for me, recognizing that, showing that part love, helped get me out of that, right? It helped get me back into my emotions, which I had to go deal with then, right? I had to go deal with those emotions. I had to go feel what I was feeling about the situation. But then once I did, my mind started opening up. The blindfold came off, and then I could start actually thinking through, okay, this is the reality. Now, okay, I have to accept this. Now, how do I move forward? How do I move forward to make this better? How do I move forward to solve it? Because either way, it's coming at me. But the longer I stay in here, the less I'm preparing for it, right? The less I'm accepting it. So yeah, the Eight of Swords energy, it seems like an uncomfortable energy, but I challenge you to think about how sometimes this uncomfortable energy can actually be very comfortable, can actually be protecting us, but also not necessarily serving us. And so again, I challenge you to think through that, because that's the way we really start healing. That's the way we start taking these protectors that are so powerful. They have so much powerful energy behind them. They have done so much good for us when we were young and we needed them. But now, for a lot of us, we've grown. We've grown. We are living adult lives, and there's these parts of us that aren't just necessarily serving us all the time, especially if we stay in them very long. It served me in that moment for a little bit, and that protector will always be there. I want that protector. I don't want to explode or go off, right when something intense happens. For me, this is an important protector. It's an important protector for my own ability to regulate my emotions, to give me time to process. But staying in this too long would not have served me. But these amazing protectors, they've been there for us. They do so much for us. We should be showing so much love to these parts of us that sometimes are the parts we think we hate the most. But they're the parts that have been working for us for a really long time. And they can work for us in a whole lot of other ways. We don't want to get rid of them. We just want to give them a new job. We just want to give them a new job to do. And they're amazing parts of us. So, yeah, that's the message that wanted to come through today. And I really hope that if you found this video, it resonated or it was what you needed to hear right now. And with that, I will send you off. And I hope you have a great rest of your day, whenever this is. And I see you soon. And if you did like this video, please like and subscribe or share to somebody that would also benefit from this.